EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on their Beltway rivals, the Washington Commanders. It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Hal's throw complete to Dotson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 34 yards. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. These two teams all tied after one. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look at repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
God, these dudes get lucky.
28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and they can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They run once more with Edwards. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground?
And he's taken down, trying to do a little
Tired of
too
you
much,
dudes, man. They all play the same way.
And it results in a sack. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
Yes, sir. Emmanuel Forbes.
Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Shoves him aside.
Look at Gibson.
He's still on his feet. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. Washington has taken the lead. Slide for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Joey slide out and kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for this.
Man, come on, to get that out of his hand.
But haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From midfield now, here's Jackson.
See, look at him. He says how to run out and scramble. Try to throw that little corner route.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone.
No, sir.
Incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
That's going deep for Bateman.
I'm about to say, they let him catch that, I swear.
Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Yes, sir. Not being field goal range.
Pass knocked away and incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll go again with Gibson. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Sly able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for for them, too.
102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. That one complete out to Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish.
Gets by him and out a little daylight. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Powell throwing on 1st down here. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a...
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. From 17 yards out. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Powell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's 1-1. warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about... EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First play, going to throw it. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Howell, another throw on second down. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. The first carry now for Tony. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out, for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because...
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Montez Sweat. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Out of his end zone, Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. Room past the 35. Breaks through the contact. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Lamb will go in motion. 1st down, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And this one too low.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Prescott to throw on 4th. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
Yes, sir.
Picked up by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Here, we just got to do ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Howell from the gun. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now Howell. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan.
Appreciate it, Jay.
And the Cowboys are going to take over.
24 come out. I'll be ready.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys. Really.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defense,
24 come out next week.
Weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes,
Yeah, I hope so too. But they should have been put them in the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that
Especially by me being a Lakers fan, I've been hoping they would put them in the game, especially with Bynum in there.
Now Prescott. And they're well past midfield.
He should not have caught that.
Shy of the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a shotgun handoff to
Ooh, I'm glad he didn't throw it.
about the 40. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. 2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first.
All right, take some defense.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
To the air again, Prescott.
I don't know why he threw that. That was dumb.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here.
That's what he gets. Now he's going to halftime with nothing.
The way you could describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip.
Yeah, what kind of run was that?
I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack.
Good catch.
Certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game's
good D.
Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Prescott now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And quickly they get to the line. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's complete to Close. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down, a pickup of 8 there. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind
Can't
the
run
line.
on me.
No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Oh my God, bro. Good catch.
Schoonmaker from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. It took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this 3rd quarter. And now
Probably should have swatted it. I probably interception. It's a bad habit.
Chance to mount a comeback.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for
Samuel.
keeping them in the driver's seat.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Faking the handoff, Howell.
Nah, they ain't called pass interference for that. That's crazy. Are you serious?
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come
That's
to
retarded, man. Come on.
defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up 4th down. We have played 3 quarters.
I will play, but I don't even care. That just pissed me off. I gotta go for it.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out.
Like, you know how many times I bumped somebody and they call it?
Ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down.
And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Prescott. And he can't
Good sack.
escape, and down he goes. Here now, 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
There we go. What's he going to do? Go for it?
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Here's Brian Anger now.
I'm still mad on that daggone no call, bro.
And this will be taken at the 13. And he's out right at the 25. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Powell to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And from the 25,
some screen.
this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Powell's throw complete to Dodson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet.
Good stiff arm.
To stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's Howell. And Dotson, he's got it.
That was a bad throw. I should never threw that.
Midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's taking a big risk at this late stage. They're not thinking field goal, though. They wanted to leave no doubt on that one. So they took the shot at the end zone, but it winds up incomplete.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's in for the touchdown.
Yes, sir.
And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good. And that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the fourth.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here's 1st and 10. That's caught out wide by Cooks.
And he gets this up to
GG.
4 out of bounds there.
Well, it took us
Despite all them stupid turnovers I did.
Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.